the moment of this club. I think it's perfect for me. I think I can feel it. And we come to the game with a 4th division team and we perform like that. I think, again, the players clearly show what they want.
I can't swear on TV, but embarrassing isn't strong enough. Just awful.
In games of football like this, when you play lower league opposition, if you don't do the basics well, you're going to come unstuck.
It's a little bit embarrassing to be a Manchester United coach and to lose a lot of games.
How does a genius coach arrive in Manchester with a blueprint and leave the pitch looking like the blueprint burned? A 4th-tier side turned a super club into a headline, and the man hired to fix everything admitted he didn't even watch the shootout. Was it arrogance, panic, or something much worse? An idea that never fit the players wearing the shirt? Tonight isn't just a bad night, it's the moment a project gets x-rayed. The tactics that confused his own team, the dressing room calls that lit the fuse, and the one decision that fans won't forgive. If this was the wake-up call, why did it feel like a goodbye? Floodlights cut through the cold and turned Blundell Park into a stage no one expected. A League 2 badge, a Premier League giant, and a night that started like a formality but felt, minute by minute, like a warning. Grimsby didn't play for a postcard upset, they hunted it. Every second ball, every press, every roar from the stands came with that small club fury big teams secretly fear. Black and white flags swayed like they belonged in a final. United looked like they'd stumbled into someone else's story. The basics vanished first. Touches got heavy. Passes lost their nerve. When Grimsby pushed, United shrank into the narrowest version of themselves. No angles, no rhythm, no voice to slow the panic. The home crowd tasted it and doubled the noise. A quick goal sent a tremor through the away end. Another wave of pressure exposed a team that couldn't decide whether to build patiently or just survive. By the time the whistle dragged the match to penalties, belief had changed sides. You noticed the little things. Senior players staring at the turf. Bruno trying to talk a teammate back from the edge. The penalty spot looked a mile away for men who've buried bigger moments. Every miss wasn't just a miss. It was a verdict on everything the club had promised to become. When the final kick settled it, the sound didn't feel like celebration. It felt like a door slamming shut. Grimsby danced. United stood still. Headlines wrote themselves. One game shouldn't define a season. But this one did something worse. It revealed a team without an anchor. And as the chants spilled into the night, the harshest question wasn't about tactics or talent, it was about leadership. Because what came next, how the man in charge chose to face it, turned a bad night into a breaking point. After a collapse, the manager should step into the blast and take the heat. Amorim didn't. He didn't watch the penalties, then said the result wouldn't change much. To a squad staring at the floor and a fan base on fire, that read as distance, not composure. In England, optics are part of management. Wouldn't change much sounded like a shrug over a crater. Calm tone, folded arms, and the sense that the storm was happening around him, not through him, turned a rough night into a character test he failed in public, with headlines called it detachment, clips looped. The hashtag wrote the verdict. Players wanted ownership, they got process. When trust bends, tactics sound like theory. He arrived as the sporting prodigy, the 3-4-3 evangelist. On the board, it was clean. Split center backs, dropping pivot, high wing backs, inside forwards in the half spaces. On Premier League grass, it turned into noise. Distances were wrong. The pivot sank too deep. The number 9 disconnected, wing backs level with wingers. So the box midfield never formed. Build-up went sideways, back, repeat. When the ball finally went forward, it was late and alone. Opponents didn't need genius, just compact lines and wide traps. The model wasn't bad in theory, it broke in translation. The league bent the system, he turned the volume up. Same rotations, same spacing, same non-negotiables, regardless of opponent or mood. When phase 1 stalled, he built shorter. When wing backs were pinned, he pushed them higher. When transitions ripped, he asked for braver, rest defense. Each tweak demanded more precision from players low on belief. What fans wanted was simple: points. A scruffy 4-4-2, out of possession for a month. A link, man near the striker. Set piece gains while chemistry formed. Pragmatism isn't betrayal, it's triage. Inside the room, players wanted agency. They got doctrine. When a manager won't bend, the team stops meeting him halfway. Instead of trimming the system, he trimmed the squad. Senior names were parked as not aligned. Then, the sacred line, the academy. United's badge is stitched with kids who make the leap. Whisper that even Garnacho or Manu could be nudged aside. And it stops being about form. It becomes identity. Young players play safe, seniors stop covering for them, and selections feel like warnings, not lessons. The squad gets smaller, the football gets slower, and one injury or dip makes the whole plan wobble. Money was meant to shortcut pain, instead it bought mismatches. A striker who runs into spaces the system doesn't create. A winger who thrives in chaos asked to live inside neat lanes. A midfielder signed to speed play, told to hide between center backs. Possession looked expensive, chances looked cheap. The patterns told the story. A lone number, 9 press, a box midfield that appears late and wide, wing backs too high to recover. Results stuttered. Win, wobble, stall. Never 2 league wins long enough to build belief. Elsewhere, first-year signings clicked because plans bent to players. At United, players bent to the plan until both snapped. This was less tactics than temperament. After the first punch, United tried to outrun panic instead of breaking it. Touches grew heavy, fouls cheap, shape loose. The 5 minutes after conceding, the reset window became a hazard zone. By penalties, shoulders tightened and eyes drifted. Technique is only half the battle. Nerve is the other half. United's left early. A 4th-tier exit sticks to a badge. For the underdog, folklore. For the giant, a yardstick. You fix that with habits, not speeches. Slower hearts, cleaner first passes, one touch to breathe, the next to bite. The project promised control. The team lived volatility. When a group can't survive chaos, it stops trusting the person asking them to live in it. Once the team's nerve is in doubt, the club stops debating shape and starts calculating risk. The dashboard flashes. A half buy-in dressing room, fans flipping from patience to protest, a fixture list that won't wait for theory to click. Projects rarely end with one defeat. They end when that defeat turns every meeting into a referendum. Keep the manager and you bet belief returns before the table punishes you. Change the manager and you admit the idea didn't fit, pay the bill, and ask the same players to run another race. Names will fly, but the real choice is direction. Keep forcing a model that spits chaos, or pick a coach who trims the plan to the squad and stacks ugly wins until confidence returns. In August and September, the league only speaks one language: points. When a stadium starts counting, the clock gets louder than any press conference. That's the point of no return. Every whistle sounds like a verdict. Systems don't save seasons, habits do. United don't need prettier diagrams. They need a spine that doesn't blink and roles that survive bad moments. If Amorim can't deliver that, someone else has to. Fast. This wasn't a freak night, it was a diagnosis. The badge still has weight. The squad still has talent. The road back starts with humility. Fewer rules, clearer roles, braver hearts. So the question isn't, who's the next big idea? It's, who makes this team hard to beat tomorrow, braver next week, and ambitious by Christmas? Get that right. And this collapse becomes a turning point. Get it wrong, and the season won't just slip. It'll be remembered for the night a 4th-tier punch exposed a giant built on glass. So what do you think? Will Manchester United survive this season, or will it become the worst season in the club's history? Leave your estimate at the comment below, support the channel by subscribing and turning on notifications for our next tactical report, and thank you for watching.